I once was a lost sheep. What if the great shepherd Jesus had not redeemed me? Surely I must have been a prey while I had wandered. But he rescued me from the deep and dark valleys. Once I experienced the redemption of Jesus, I felt God's calling. Thereafter, the church became everything to me. Since then, I have not found any other way to please me than church. In my early childhood, I became a Christian. I was an honor student. I was always on the top among several hundred students from elementary school. But I got depressed when I was in senior high school because of the stresses from the college entrance exam. But I graduated the high school in Korea at age of 19, and I came to the United States in 1996. At that time, my mother was a student of the Iliff School of Theology. So my father and my younger brother and I immigrated to the U.S. as a family of my mother. In the first several years in my life in the United States, I was struggling with the depression. That depression affected every part of my life. I sometimes thought I would rather give up my life. And then I started to read the Bible. Every day I read the Bible and prayed, Lord, please save me from this pain, and please remember me. One day I realized that I was a sinner, even though I attended church every Sunday and I read the Bible, and I thought I was righteous. So I repented to God. I had never thought of my life in this way before, but the Bible enlightened me so that I could view myself and the things around me. I continued to read the Bible and to pray for about 2 months. One night, when I was about to sleep, I experienced a miracle. I felt many electrons in my brain moving from side to side and sparkling for hours. During that period, I knew that I was being healed from depression. After that night, I was forgiven and knew the Holy Spirit came into my heart. Thereafter, the Holy Spirit showed me the new way to look at the world around me. Every day was new to me. I finished reading the Bible 8 times, and I got to know more about God. I wanted to know more about God, and then I experienced many things. Meanwhile, my mom became an ordained pastor. I helped my mom in her church. I went to university and studied mathematics, English, and history, but could not finish it. Deep in my heart, I honestly desired to study theology, especially at Iliff, because I became a Methodist and I liked Methodist. I thought Methodists respect the freedom of the people and are not rigid, but have dignity throughout the history in Christianity. But Iliff was a graduate school, so without the bachelor's degree, I could not enter it. I had to give up my dreams of going to seminary. I just continued to help my mom's ministry in her churches. Last June, I heard from Professor Kim that Iliff started to accept very few students with the 75% or more of the credits required for BA. 5 years ago, my mom took me to a Korean UMC pastors gathering in Denver. Following the meeting, I happened to be at the same table for lunch with the professor. I told her that I had wanted to go to Iliff, but I gave it up because I did not have a BA. She remembered me and emailed my mother last June. So I was like a Joseph who was in the jail for a long time as a forgotten. It was a miracle for me because so at first I was so excited, but after a little while I felt my heart was heavy. I got worried about the stress of studying in English and money. Being a pastor even after graduation would not be easy, but I did have a calling for sure. When I was baptized by the Holy Spirit, the inner man in my heart clearly told me that God was calling me as His servant. And it has been growing, and someday it will overflow. I have a covenant with my God, so I can't stay the shadow anymore. God protects me and cares for me. Jabez's prayer became my prayer. As I heard God's voice, God promised me that He would give me of Jabez's blessing. He will give me spiritual, physical, and material blessings. I am overcomer. This doesn't mean that I've overcome all challenges, nor that I am perfect. I will continue to overcome any challenges with God's power and grace. What is going to be my future? How can I be a pastor, and what kind of pastor I can be? My spiritual gifts are knowledge and teaching. I can develop my skills to use these gifts as I live. I can proclaim gospel to people and share the knowledge with the skills that I learned and I will learn. Jesus is the greatest teacher who teaches me to deep through the Bible. For now, I'm planning to minister to Koreans in my primary language. In July, after my mother retires, I will work with her. We'll create the praise band and preach, recruit the young people. In 2010, I attended training for prophetic and healing ministry at IHOP, International House of Prayer in Kansas. Last year, I attended the training courses for lay preachers and lay servants at UMC. I learned a lot while I'm serving at Central. I love Central. I thank you for your encouragement and love for me. Thank you to a couple of people who gave me some scholarships. With the help of the Lord, as witness and ongoing overcomer, I bring people to Christ. Please pray for me and thank you.